Good evening, everybody. New day, new game this time. Yesterday we finished the game called More Astray, and today we are starting this game, which is not new, let's say it like that. It's been around for I don't know how many years at this point, but I never actually tried it. And luckily, it was on the sale on Steam recently, so I decided to finally get it and try it out. The game has a ton of very positive reviews, and let's see for ourselves, I guess. Initializing firmware functional loading child program parameters. System check passed. Starting child process ready.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker, and I am called Elohim. Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy.
Okay. Very convenient the fact that our maker spoke to us directly, so there is no uncertainties or anything. One moment, let me check the in-game audio, how loud it is. Should be fine, I guess. Hopefully it's fine. Okay, so first thing first. I wish I would know ahead of time whether I need to scout for every corner for like hidden secrets, or it's fine. Initiating child program logic check. Can I go there? Take jammer. I see. Basic calibration successful. Is that an enemy? Whatever. Okay, that is an enemy. Good to know. Almost got myself killed, but and why did I need to do that? Nobody knows, I guess. I don't know where I am, but there is something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I can discover. Convenient, we have an embedded QR code scanner and interpreter. That's a funny sound whenever we collide with the wall.
All across this land, I have created trials for you to overcome. And within each, I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek these sigils, for thus you will serve the generations to come and attain eternal life.
Ooh. The reward system. Nice. Very convenient. Much better than existing setup in the real world. Minus L. Okay, so I see we need to get the Tetris pieces. Okay. Deep hole. Guess I know what I need to do. Can I aim this thing like that? Screw you. I'm okay. Aim this thing, screw you. Ooh, Tetris piece. Our sprint speed is really high.
You will not need this sigil to open the gate to my temple, but it may serve you in times to come.
I see. Good to know, thank you. Speedrun. So far, I am not ashamed of my brain because the puzzles are super easy, but later on I'm sure I will regret playing puzzles on the stream. Only the two of us. Cannot pass through.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are the sigils of our name. Each brings you closer to eternity.
To eternity, damn. A switch out of reach. Interesting. What What's that? I think I shut down this. Yes.
Well done, child. Only one more sigil is needed.
Nice. Outnumbered. I see machine gun. Okay, we cannot just run through. Lessons learned.
The guardians of this land may harm you, but do not resent them. For they are my servants, and they challenge you only so that your faith might be strengthened.
Didn't see that there was a passage. Yeah, it makes sense.
My
now.
temple awaits you, child. Go forth.
What about this puzzle? Can I just skip it? Striding
My
the Forbidden
child,
Pass.
you do not need to collect all sigils at once. You are free to return to this place whenever you choose.
Well, I want to do it now.
You are most diligent. Perhaps this trait will serve you well in times to come.
I see, so... Okay. My eyes have been opened. This world is not without order. It is shaped by a great designer. With science and prudence to guide my steps, I am one of his children, and challenges are set before me to test my faith. Whatever the end goal of this grand challenge is, it's far out of reach, knowing that how are we supposed to resist distraction? One moment, please. Let me check one thing. Okay guys, let's continue. Sorry for the small break. Loading Milton Library Assistant. Dear. Help. Athena text. Figure it out. Subject F6E. The way I see it, the world doesn't come with a manual. You gotta figure it out for yourself. A bit here, a bit there, put it together, try to make sense of it. I'm pretty sure there is a truth, but that doesn't mean everyone who claims to know it really does. Then again, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. We live in an amazing world, and searching for the truth can be a real adventure. Plus, it's good for the brain. Anyway, just some rambling thoughts from your old man. Don't let this stuff get you down. You're young. You've got loads of time to figure it all out. Love that. Welcome. Hi again, I'm sorry if I was a little odd with the meeting. I know you were nervous, but the truth is that so was I. This may be hard to believe, but you intimidate me. You're so young, you already accomplished so much. If the situation wasn't so grim, I might even be jealous. There is also something I wanted to clarify. I realize that, nominally speaking, I am head researcher here, but this is your project and everyone will respect that. And yes, I know you are not used to working like this, but as of today, you are in charge. No pressure. Chapter 6, Athena in the Garden of the Hesperides. Something did not trust them, but they moved with such grace, such nobility, that it was hard not to follow them further into this strange garden of gears and cogs. They led her to a place where the crowns of the brass trees seemed to grow together, forming a kind of chamber strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of this chamber grew a smaller tree made of bright blue steel, and upon this tree grew a single golden apple. This apple, the nymphs said in unison, their eyes aglow, confers the gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes, and not a few villains, have come to claim it, but all faltered in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world, and true wisdom is unending folly. Who would take this burden upon themselves? Some say that Heracles, then a bunch of numbers, gazing upon the stars and wept. Support session opened. Hello guest, how can I help you today? Your query. But yes. Ooh. The mental library assistant is designed primarily to sort and classify data in the library archive. Secondarily, it facilitates user interaction with library resource via an intuitive human language interface. It also provides powerful networking and troubleshooting functions. How long has the system been running? The system has been running for 9999 E. Is it hexadecimal or number or something? Years. What is the current status of the library archive? There are 47 million resources in archive, taking up 5.4212750 petabytes of disk space. That is approximately the size of 30 billion photos, 7 million minutes of HD video, the entire internet in 2003. However, the majority of library resources are corrupted or invalid. 10.6954751 gigabytes of uncorrupted resources are indexed. What caused the data corruption? Progressive data corruption is inevitable in any system over time. Additionally, a large number of inconsistencies were directed during sorting, leading to greater than average data invalidation. Forget the library. Can you respond to queries on the outside world? My knowledge is limited to the data in the library archive. You can ask about other topics, but my response may be limited. Where am I? We are currently in a support session with the MLA Human Language Interface module. A library archive session may be resumed at any time. Who is Elohim? Elohim is a noun for God or gods in the modern and ancient Hebrew. What am I? You are logged in with a guest account. What are these terminals? Terminals provide access to the library resource archive.
Step into the light, child, and my temple will be revealed to you.
Do I need to unlock these two before we continue?
You walk now upon the stones of my temple, whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
That's a sleeping one, I guess. Straightforward. Let's check this one. Pretty bombasticus. I need to go there. Okay, this is our total progress. Okay, let's do the second one.
Let this be our covenant. These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them. But the great tower, there you may not go. For in the day that you do, you shall surely die.
At least this one. Counter and no errors run. Yes. Run troubleshooter. Hello guest, is there something you'd like to help with today? Troubleshooting. I think you'd like help accessing network functions. The most common cause of network problems is the holding insufficient account privileges. Please enter the admin password to gain your privileges. Admin. Let me in. QWERTY. Yes. Please take a moment to prove you're not a bot. Voting certification program. Complete all fields. Begin certificate. Raw response data will be deleted immediately. Your profile will only be made available to other administrators. Certification program. 2 plus 2 equals 4. What is your subjective reaction to this image? Mountains, angry, content, face. What best describes a person? Human being, a being of negative entropy, problem-solving system, a citizen, a rational animal. Human being. You are walking through the desert and come across a thirsty traveler. His eyes bulge from slow dehydration. You have water, but you are not sure how far it is to the next oasis. What do? Offer half the water, ignore him, offer all the water, ask what you are doing in the desert. Kill him and collect his blood and flask for later. Half water. Let's ask. Subject EAN. My first day at the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. What? On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in, and right at the entrance there is a life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? Then I get it. Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Ian, Dr. Ian Malcolm from the Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabhai shows up, smiling. We were trying to find a cool acronym back when the institute was founded, she says. ENAN, EABN, ENABN, It all sounded stupid, but we didn't just want to call it Ian because, well, that's a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff, and it kind of stuck, so we are officially called Ian. But if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know, bloody geeks. Talos principle. Stratton of Stagira. Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, another assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. Maybe not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man. He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the case for his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man and act as a man, while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics, yet even the most faithful philosophers cannot live without his blood. Athena analysts. Note 1. Noel's first sentence, "She woke up in an impossible place knowing nothing," signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery, though we should not go so far as to read the entire work as an allegory. Rather, while taking the science fictional novels at the core of the narrative at face value, we should something. know too. Having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, forced to rely on what we are told by others and what our own subjective flawed limited senses tell us, bunch of numbers, social reality, belief and objective reality matter come into conflict. I wonder whether those numbers are not arbitrary but like ASCII codes or like something like that. Although they are hexadecimal, you can see. When in chapter 16, the second awakening in the kingdom of Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on a more meaningful interpretation can only be achieved through a synthesis of exit. Okay. There was some sign. The heck? I can't tell if the documents in the terminals are all that's left from larger archive or are carefully designed to communicate some hidden truths. Those are not some random glitches, right? Error log. Cannot load the archive. Nope. That day I often remember when from sleep I first awakened and found myself reposed. Numbers under a shade of flowers, much wondering where and what I was whence thither brought and how. A human machine. One day you discovered that you are not a human being but a machine. Your life so far was real, no one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capacities are identical to those of an organic human being, but you were created in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you are a regular human being like themselves. You could continue to live your life the way you have before and nothing would change. How do you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Does your understanding of the world itself change? Do you reveal the information to others or do you keep it to yourself? Why? 1,500 or 2,000 words. The 26th is the final deadline. No extension will be granted. Submit via email or something else. Interesting. All these calm people are driving me mad. Have they all suddenly turned into a Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these later day Gautamas are at least being somewhat realistic, you know what's even worse? Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they gonna do? Shoot then something? Though I have to admit the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated, to the point where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. Anyway, the reason I'm writing it is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. It will be crazy, but crazy is better than that. Crazy is what we do best on this planet. No text. Recording number 2301. Wait, it is disabled. I know what we need to do. Never mind. Suicide mission. Where is this thing? Wait, why did it kill me? I was out of school, but apparently not. Wait, does it not shoot that thing?
Good. You are learning, as is your purpose. But your choices must be your own. Therefore, I will not guide you, unless it is necessary.
I I think other teleports will set us on those ones and stuff like that. Can we swim?
In the beginning were the words and
No, we can't. Part 2 of the certification program has now been generated. Part 2 has been designed to test the consistency of some of your outlier responses in the previous round. You will be presented with a series of statements. Please indicate your agreement where appropriate. Begin. Yes. Since all human beings are persons, and some human beings have psychological capacities similar to animals, some animals are therefore persons. Interesting. Psychological capacity similar to... Well, I do not agree. All human beings are persons. Yeah, okay, let's broadly agree. If this is the premise, then okay. A person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. Yes. The quality of life of person ought be maximized. So this is like hedonism, philosophical school of thought. Broadly agree. Value is discovered. Yep. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. Wait. Deserve the talents they were. It's random, so it's not like the liberty of persons ought to be maximized. Broadly. So broadly, the liberty of persons should not be maximized. Let's say broadly agree. Value is created. Sometimes? Well, yes. Okay. The guards must be crazy. us. So many passages around. Do they lead anywhere? Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. That voice is not supposed to be here. It is not the work of the designer. We must avoid these abnormalities, or they might spread and undermine the very fabric of our world. Hall of windows. Wait, I think I cannot carry this one out, right? Yes, I cannot then. This one. Okay, not that useful, just another way around. So, can I see? I see. I know how it should work. What about this one? The door is locked. What's that? By the way.
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule, write letters to the future, so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now. Bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
Interesting. Okay, we get letter A. Were we told to not go in here? Is there a safe?
You have proven yourself worthy, child, and this gate shall be forever open to you. Seek now the other worlds I have given you, that you may attain even greater mastery and bring glory to your kind. But remember, you must not ascend the great tower, for it shall bring death and the end of your generations.
Athena 12. Hesia, Rome. Athena 12. The Council of Zeus. Some bunch of numbers. The great bronze bulls pulled the carriage forward. Mighty burst of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally, they came to the gates at the top of blah blah. User said blah blah blah. Here assembled were all that many generations of the gods and demigods and souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron and memory of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing the beautiful plains of Macedon, where great gleaming cities had once been, I guess. Professor Dr. Aramin Huluk, The Fall of the Roman Empire, a dialectical approach. Homo sum humani nihil alienum puta. Whatever, I don't know Latin, so I might have read that one. But interesting as such a perspective of the decline and ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on individual catastrophic events. The real question that must be asked is why the Roman Empire, which had dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these later problems. We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of government, the location of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions for what we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day. It didn't fall in a day either. To register for the class, please email, blah blah blah. I see. So we are not allowed to ascend the tower. Wait, are those separate locations? Was a bunch of another puzzles. Book of Osiris. The Book of the Scribe of Osiris, or Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Aru, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of Oxyrhynchus, or Kas. It has caused a certain degree of controversy among the Egyptologists, as some argue that it is a classic funerary text such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it is to be a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks a scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how the man's Ka, life force, will become separated from his Ba, personality, and how he will have to reunite the two and become an Ak, living intellect, passing a series of trials in the Duat underworld in order to reach the paradise of Aru. Unlike similar texts, the Book of the Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advices or blah blah blah. A recent study, Karnahan Hassan, suggests that text may have been intended as philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the Duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author or a result of the later translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, though perhaps further excavation may find something, I guess. The Great Array of the Oxyrhynchus papyri, or papyri. I'm struggling to pronounce those names because I never heard of those, or at least in English maybe. But anyway, is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump. While the Library of Alexandria burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of unimaginable insights into history, philosophy, art, the paper scarcely thrown away by the citizens of Oxyrhynchus, okay, it's a city, survived to the modern day. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individual and organizations, such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We have lost texts that the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial, even plagiarized work has survived unharmed. Bunch of numbers. So if we want our descendants to remember more than glittering ammo vampires and auto-tuned teen pop stars, we have to invest in make sure that blah 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 blah. Interesting. Okay, so those are separate locations. Heaven and Hell. Let's read Heaven TXT. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. What matter where, if I be still the same, and what I should be, all but less than he, whom thunder has made greater? Here at least we shall be free. The Almighty has not built, here for his envy will not drive us hence. Here we may reign secure, and in my choice to reign is worse ambition, though in hell. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Okay, it's supposed to rhyme, I think, but I read it awfully. So the ancient tradition that the world will be consumed in fire at the end of 6,000 years is true, as I have heard from hell. For the cherub with his flaming sword is hereby commanded to leave his guard the tree of life, and when he does, the whole creation will be consumed and appear infinite and holy, whereas now it appears finite and corrupt. This will come to pass by an improvement of sensual enjoyment, but first the notion that man has a body distinct from his soul is to be expunged. This I shall do by printing in the infernal method by corrosives, which in hell are salutary and medicinal, melting apparent surfaces away and displaying the infinite which was hid. Blake William Collection, The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. Interesting. This must be the tower we were warned about. Seems the upper levels are locked tight. Elohim is taking no chances that we stray from his path. The voice keeps speaking to me. I can't get it out of my head. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Listen to me very carefully. I have climbed this tower and no good has come of it. This world is the only world. Elohim's will continues eternal, and paradise is banishing all of this from your mind. All who say they made it to the top are blatantly lying, or they would say what was there. Ooh. Interesting. Anything in here? Super secret passage. And there is a star there. So there must be a star somewhere in the first area. Can I get on top of the tower? What if I do that? Let's do that now, because if I progress and then it will delete my save or something like that, I wouldn't use it because...
Cannot detect location of primary subject. Query. Query. Query.
Is there anything that we associate more closely with intelligence than curiosity? Every intelligent species on Earth is attracted by the unknown. Our mythologies are full of riddles and mysteries and divine knowledge. Even the word apocalypse means revelation. It seems like our ancestors always imagined that even at the very end, we would solve one last mystery.
Where have you been, child? Remember, the Great Tower is not for you. Do not give up the hope of eternal life for the hollow promises of curiosity.
Let's quickly get in the... Yes, there is a star here which we didn't explore. Numbers all around. I think the star should be here, right? It must be somewhere here, because otherwise where would it be? Star. Okay, there was a glitch sound. Still doesn't read anything. Wait, is this a puzzle place or just no, just environment? Where is the star? I think it must be in that locked location. Okay, that's one of the puzzles. Okay, two. Okay, this one. AI feedback team leads Stratonov Steiger. AI feedback. We keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us and how it would change our understanding of the world. That's a great topic, and I think we have covered it extensively. What we have barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before, AI or no AI. The question I think we should discuss, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is the perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. What would it be like to be that creature? To suddenly come into a being created by others as an experiment? To have all the information about yourself, to know exactly how you function? What would you think about the world? Would you see meaning, beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try to put ourselves into the shoes of such a being. Dear Alexandra, thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not science fiction. And that's why I almost gave up on my studies. Wait, but those are philosophical questions. Team leads. Yale software, nothing interesting in that document. I wonder whether those names are actually names of the devs. Straton of Stagir, 311 to 154 BC, was a Greek materialist philosopher associated with the Peripatetic school, an admirer of Aristotle. He was a proponent of empiricism and a fierce critic of philosophy that placed belief before observable truths. Though unpopular with many of his peers for his often acerbic personal manner, his commentaries on Aristotle were considered an important work. Much of his writing was lost in the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Interesting. A bit tied up. Guess we'll have to juggle multiple things at the same time. What controls this, I wonder? Oh, this is what controls it. Okay, so based on the name, I think I know what we will have to do. We will have to constantly switch around things. Got 1 star. Whatever that means. The red one. An escalating problem. I spent much time waiting for the designer to take my hand until I realized that he had been guiding me all along. I realized that it isn't for me to seek his help, it's for me to help myself. Anything in here? Nope, that's quite useless. Okay, I need to unlock that so we can go inside. Okay, these windows are also intended for something, so... locked. How does one unlock it? Okay. I see. They specifically created that platform to indicate how to proceed. Get off of me. Okay, that's a machine gun. If I put thing in here, it will kill me. Right? I think that's the case. So how do we enter that space? Over. There's a passage over there. But what's the point of this? Like if I do that, what's the benefit? Don't think a pass there. Okay, this becomes challenging now. Do I need to go in here? Okay, it will turn its look towards me the moment I pass that area, kind of, or passage. I think I messed up my state just now, because now I cannot get back in here. We can hold X to reset. Okay. Okay, there is an elevator, or not, sorry, not elevator, stairs there. Or ladder, right? But how do we get in there? Okay, I cannot do anything from here. God damn it, it followed me. I got scared, I'm not gonna lie. here, so we have been to here. So run around. I don't see any other passage. So we got the key. It allows us to proceed here. We unlock the door. What can we do from here? We need to deal with that somehow. Maybe it's too early for this puzzle. We are lacking something. I think that's the case. Because the next time when we collect something, I think the reward would be the... Let's go back and try to get that reward first. We have now unlocked this. What does it do?
There is much that you may learn in the halls of my temples, for there is much that you do not know. That is why you are a child. But children are made to learn, and in time they come to have dominion over the lands of their home. So it shall be with you and your generations.
What did we get? Use alternative use, left shift, toggle sprint, reset. Okay. We got something, but I don't know if it's of any use. Okay, let's proceed to the different one. I don't think we can do anything about it yet, sadly. Locked me up, swallowed the key. Stashed for later. this pass first. Okay, so that was the range on those things are quite big, so it was somewhat. Ooh, paint. What's the point of the paint?
The counsel of my blessed messengers must be earned.
I know how this works. You got the answer. I need them. Let's come to some arrangement. Messenger must be awakened first. Wait, it says my nickname. Messenger must be awakened first. Can I paint it somewhere else? Mail error beginnings. Mail error. I'll keep this short. You all know me, so you know that I know what I'm talking about. I realize that you're all working on Project meant to somehow avert a bunch of digits which could probably literally translate to actual characters. I believe that preserve the non-biological component. Immediately you'll find the details of my proposal in the attachment, but the short version is global undertaking. Progress report 1. Hi all, everything has been moved to the EL facility. I know it's been said to leave the good old Jeff building behind, but makes sense for us to be on site, especially as there may be severe power outages in the coming weeks. Our Arcades team are already working, but you really don't need to worry about the teams getting in each other's way. The facility is genuinely humongous. Let's get the show on the road. Beginnings. Stratinos Stagerion. Beginnings. It is the grave error of many philosophers, not only in the Athenian schools but also many others, that they begin not with observation of the cosmos that surrounds us, but with a conclusion already in mind. And often the conclusion is that the world was created ideal and mankind itself the greatest creation of the gods. Yet neither the world nor the gods owe mankind perfection. It is arrogance itself to presume so, and contrary to all the methods of philosophy, the honest philosopher seeks only the truth, even if it bears no comfort, and he must begin by assuming, as Socrates said, that all he knows is that he knows nothing. Wonder whether I have discovered some secret passage. Probably not. If anyone ever reads this trick is seeing the assumptions you're making about the mechanics and reassessing them. Good luck. So are those effects like intended to kind of indicate to us that this is kind of simulation? Something like that. Glitches in the system.
Behold, I am Elohim, and I speak unto the darkness. Be gone.
The heck?
Excess data cleared.
Above all that. Okay, our tool will be handy in here. I see. How can I use my connector? Can you see something like this? Okay, yes, so that's the intended pass. I see, so it's not about what additional thing I can place, it's about which puzzles I can solve in the first place.
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers.
Don't cross the streams. I see. Well, that was too easy. Branch it out. How do I get to that one though? Wait, can I connect it to multiple things? Seems I can. Push it further. There's a star here and it requires red laser. we found the secret, but I haven't seen the source of the, let's call it, energy for the red one. Or is it of no importance? It is important. So let's see if this is the target. There must be a red. Red source of energy. I don't see it anywhere. There was a bug just there. Glitch, whatever. Simulation failure. I still do not see the source of energy for that star. I guess whatever. That's where we started, right? I assume I cannot walk off in the distance, right? Because I will... Yes, I cannot. We can now unlock some kind of box. Oh, it shows what's required for specific quests. So that red one's supposed to be accessible somehow without any of those upgrades. interesting. But that would be a mystery for another day. As for today, that would be it. That was our first look at the Talos principle. It was really enjoyable. Especially, I feel proud of myself because I didn't have any brain fart moments, and so far I'm breathing through the puzzles. Really makes me feel as if I'm not stupid, which is really nice. But yeah, we'll continue our playthrough either tomorrow or the day after. As for today, that's it. As usual, thank you for watching, and take care.